7 o'clock. Time being 7 o'clock, I call the Hastings City Council meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, and let the roll reflect. We do have a quorum and a full council tonight. Tonight is always a fun and exciting night, not only for our city, but for our community, to recognize promotions in our with our staff and to introduce new employees. So with that, Chief. You didn't know?
Mayor wasn't ready. I thought someone else was going first. My apologies. Okay, Mayor Fassbender, council members, and city leaders. Tonight I have the honor of recognizing Officer James Domeyer. So Jim, could you come up here, please? You can't put your hat on because I don't have mine on. So Officer Domeyer has been selected to the city's position of the second school resource officer. Officer Domeyer started his career with Hastings PD in June of 2023 with prior law enforcement experience at Brooklyn Center Police Department. Officer Domeyer is known for his calm demeanor and ability to connect with everyone he meets. This has been evident with his first 2 weeks as a school resource officer. I have received several emails from parents and school officials about the impact Officer Domeyer is already making. Although James started with the school year, he will return to the patrol division until staffing allows us to keep him in the schools full time. Officer Domeyer will work alongside Officer Georgianne Freeman-Den, who has been in the schools for 2 years now and doing a fantastic job. So please assist me in congratulating Officer James Domeyer on his new role. All right, Community Service Officer Nathan Welt, you get to step forward now. So I also have the honor of introducing Community Service Officer Nathan Welt. Nathan is a graduate of our very own Hastings High School and grew up in our community. Nathan has a full plate, working 20 hours a week at Hastings Police Department. He also serves as a park ranger for Dakota County. He volunteers as a police reserve for Cottage Grove Police Department and is attending Inver Hills Community College. Nathan is enrolled in the criminal justice program, and his goal is to become a sworn police officer someday. So Nathan, welcome. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to ask Officer Travis Lorch to come forward. Travis is actually on duty now, so if he has to run out of the room, we might have to reschedule. We'll see how it goes. So tonight we'll be administering the oath of office to Travis, but before that, a little bit about him. Travis grew up in Eagan and attended Rosemont High School. Travis enlisted in the U.S. Army and was part of the 3rd Infantry Division. Upon completion of his tour, Travis attended Mankato State University and received his law enforcement degree. We knew immediately that Travis was a solid fit for the City of Hastings and the City of Hastings Police Department. Travis has been with the police department since July 28th of this year, and has already made a very positive impact in our community, which is reflected by 2 thank you emails from citizens after separate calls for service. So very impressive. One of the most well-known symbols of policing is the badge. Hastings officers wear the badge with pride, but it means so much more. The badge is a sign to the community that we are there to assist, to move them away from danger and run in when others may be running out. The badge also shows you are part of a brotherhood and a sisterhood, and that your family size has increased tremendously. We will have the oath of office and then the pinning of the badge this evening. So Travis, I did you a favor, and you get to read along, okay?
Appreciate that.
I'm going to have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Travis Lorch,
I, Travis Lorch,
do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the ordinances of the City of Hastings.
and the ordinances of the City of Hastings,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer for the City of Hastings,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer for the City of Hastings,
counties of Dakota and Washington,
counties of Dakota and Washington,
and state of Minnesota,
and state of Minnesota,
according to the best of my judgment and ability.
according to the best of my judgment and ability.
On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve.
I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve.
All right, tonight the badge will be pinned on Officer Lorch by his father, Charlie Lorch. So Charlie, if you could come forward.
You're fine. Thank you.
Congratulations. Please welcome Officer Lorch. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Corey? There's no oath for this one, though.
Oh, good.
Corey Onken was promoted to Civic Arena Manager on August 1st this year, just a month and a half into the job. Corey has been with our team as the Civic Arena Facility Supervisor since September of 2016. Over the last 9 years, Corey has proven to be an exceptional employee and all-around awesome guy. He has been a key influence in developing and maintaining positive relationships with our user groups, keeping the facility well-maintained, and ensuring a positive environment for all skaters who visit our facility. Corey is an employee that we have always depended upon to do great work and create great relationships, and to look out for the best interests of the operation and the city. He is very thoughtful in his supervision of employees and operations. He is eager to continue professional development and to enhance the Civic Arena operation to the best of his and our abilities. Corey thinks outside of the box, generating new ideas on processes and policy, as well as staying in touch with the trends and issues related to ice arenas. We are grateful to have Corey as part of our team and are looking forward to many more years of great service in his new role as Civic Arena Manager. Congratulations, Corey.
Mayor and Council, introduce Michael Klimek as the new Assistant Manager at the Hastings Civic Arena. Michael is a Hastings graduate, born and raised in Hastings all his life, well-known family. Michael has been a part of the arena team for the past 15 years as a dedicated part-time staff member, where he's built great knowledge of our operations and reputation for excellent customer service. During that time, Michael has also worked at Doug Woog Arena in South St. Paul, and for the last 6 years, he was the recreation operator at Northfield Arena and the pool. In his new role, Michael will continue bringing his experience, commitment, and positive energy to support both the arena staff and the community we serve. Please join us in welcoming Michael to this new position.
Mayor, Council, we have 2 employees from Public Works that joined us in late June, and unfortunately, I don't think either of them could be with us this evening. And so I have the pleasure of introducing Jordan Costello. Jordan was born and raised here in Hastings and graduated from Hastings High School in 2021. After high school, he worked part-time at the Hastings Ice Arena and while attending college. Jordan just might hold the record as new hire at the city with his multiple seasonal positions held for both Public Works and Parks here with the city, and then now full-time with Public Works. After a couple of years when he decided school wasn't his thing, he worked for the City of Red Wing Parks Department and gained some valuable experience in preparation to be able to work toward a full-time role back in Hastings. Jordan loves just about anything related to sports and is very committed to his workout routine. So apparently, when you see Jordan around city, feel free to ask him how much he benches. Starting the exact same day as Jordan is Charlie Radosevich. Charlie was born and raised in River Falls, Wisconsin. He attended college at UW-Eau Claire. Post-college, Charlie spent 6 years in different utility fields, including locating, inspection, planning, excavating, and installation, which prepared him very well to be part of our Public Works team. Charlie and his wife moved to Hastings about 3 years ago. They have a baby on the way, and he's very excited to be a father. In his free time, of course, until that baby shows up, he enjoys camping, fishing, hunting, volleyball, walking his 2 dogs, and working on home improvements. Charlie's very grateful to have had the opportunity to work in the city, and he and his wife have enjoyed for the past few years. So welcome, Jordan and Charlie.
Council, as we probably still have our smiles on, let's take some photos. Where's my heart? 2. I do too.
Oh, turned on something private browsing. I don't know what that is. Guys, you can stay.
They have a party to go to.
Oh, you have cake. We understand.
Okay, it's a nice crowd. Today. All right. As said, this is always an exciting evening, but we'll move on. The loud noise in the corridor will go upstairs and we'll be good. All right, approval of minutes. Council, are there any corrections to the September 2nd meeting? Okay. Comments from the audience. At this time, if someone in the audience would like to speak to the council, please step forward. Please state your name and your address.
Good evening. My name is Mary Nearing. I live at 58 Three Rivers Drive. I am a member of Senate District 41 DFL in the city of Hastings, which covers Hastings, Cottage Grove, Lake Elmo, all the way up to Grant. We are hosting a working families picnic this Saturday at Vermilion Falls Park from 11 to 3, which we would like to invite the community and the council to attend. We will be providing food, we have games, and all sorts of activities. It's a nonpartisan event. We just want to get the community together to have fun conversation and spend time. So we would like you all to attend on Saturday, September 20th, from 11 to 3 at Vermilion Falls Park. In trouble with that word. So, thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak to the council at this time? No one on Zoom. All right. Council, any items to be considered? Okay, council, I would look for a motion for the consent agenda. Councilmember Pemble, with a Councilmember House seconding that. Any discussion, council? All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. And that motion prevails. Tonight, under awarding of contracts, we will have a contract to be awarded for the Lions Park Shelter Reconstruction Project. And for this introduction, we will have our City Administrator, Dan Waticha, with his introduction. Welcome, Dan.
I know what I'm doing. Thank you. As we all know, last fall, 2024, we had a fire at the Lions Park Shelter, severely damaged the shelter. This is actually the pre-fire photo. And it took some coordinating with our insurance carrier in terms of the extent of the damage, what might be able to be salvaged, what needed to be replaced, but worked through all that. Earlier this summer, we put it out for, actually earlier this spring, we put out for bids for architectural service, and then this summer put it out for bids for reconstructing essentially the same building because of the insurance. We had 6 bids ranging from $270,000 to $487,000. The lowest apparent bidder is Action Construction Services, and they are confident that they can have substantial completion of the project by early November, so before snow flies. The recommendation is awarding the contract to Action Construction as well as 2 alternates. One of those is for automatic flushes versus manual flush, and then also some change out of the material, I think, in the ceiling, so it's easier for maintenance of the facilities. Other than a little bit of ADA requirements that might have changed since it was originally built, it essentially is the same building. The paint scheme might be a little bit different. Instead of the sort of magenta burgundy color you see, I think it's more of a neutral, more of a brown or dark gray. But essentially, same building because it's covered by insurance. In the end, it's about $8,000 beyond our coverage that the city will be picking up. But with that, I can take some questions. But recommendation is to award the contract to Action Construction, including both alternates.
Great. Thank you, Dan. Any questions, council? Councilmember House.
Quick question, a couple questions here, Dan. One of them you may not know. Have we done construction with Ashland before? And then other question was, do you know why there was a difference in such a drastic difference between bidding on this as well?
We have not, I don't believe we've worked with Action before, but the architect did speak with them and vetted them and comfortable with their bids being accurate. I don't know specifically on this one. I know my experience is much more on street projects, but usually if we see a big spread in utilities, it's because somebody doesn't quite want the job, but they'll raise the price. If you're willing to pay for it, they'll find a way to get in here. So that might be where you're seeing a difference on that high end, but I don't know the spread here.
Thank you, Councilmember House. Councilmember Verichoff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Dan, I know that we had talked about this a little bit this morning, but I just wanted to clarify, because I know the city prides itself on getting feedback from and input from community members, and we know that this is a very popular, beautiful park. We know that we had lots of events out there, most recently National Night Out. The city had its celebration out there. And so the reason that there's not a community input piece, and the reason that we haven't gone back and forth and maybe ask neighbors what might be most helpful, is because it's covered by insurance, and because of that, they're simply paying for reconstructing the same building with very minimal changes except the paint. Do I have that right?
I think there's also something with some ADA
Okay.
requirements, but essentially it is the same building. The word that the architect used was replica, so
Okay.
it's identical.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Verichov. Councilmember Liefeld?
Thanks, Your Honor. Dan, did city ever find out who started this fire?
That is not determined.
Not part of the discussion. So them ever paying back the $8,000, is that ever a possibility instead of making the taxpayers split that bill?
That's a legal question I can't answer.
Something to think about, just saying.
Thank you, Councilmember Liefeld. With that, Councilmember Pemble.
I'd like to make a motion that we move ahead and accept that low bid and make sure that it's included in the automatic flushing and whatever the other item you said there to add into that, to make sure that we could get the building put back together and get it in service yet this year.
Thank you, Councilmember Pemble. Councilmember Beck will second that. Additional discussion, council. All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. And that motion prevails. Thanks, Dan. Under Community Development, tonight we have a resolution for a special use permit for retail sales for Mike Thiesen at 624 Spiral Boulevard, and we will hear an introduction by our city planner, Justin Fortney. Welcome, Justin.
Thank you very much, Mayor Fassbender. The property is owned by Industrial Battery Products, who utilizes the rear warehouse space of the building. The applicant proposes to lease the front office space showroom area for Princecraft Boat Dealership franchise. The zoning code permits industrial uses by right within the industrial park and allows retail and service sales with a special use permit. The purpose of the special use permit review is to ensure that proposed use is compatible with the surrounding area. Conditions may be added to ensure compatibility with the surrounding area. This is just a picture of the front of the building showing both entrances. The traffic and activities related to a boat dealership are anticipated to be typical for the area. The proposal includes an outdoor yard for the storage of new and used boats, shown here in yellow. As required by an industrial park zoning requirements, the area must be screened for view of merchandise and any kind of materials. They're proposing a 7 to 8 foot tall fence to go around that area highlighted in yellow, along with the area being paved and concrete curb and gutter. This is the area where the boats would be stored. When the building was constructed in 2002, this area was identified for future expansion of the building or parking lot. And this is a picture of the proposed fence to go around that area. The parking lot entrances are pre-existing and appear to function well. The boat storage area aligns with the west entrance. The building was constructed as a retail and warehouse use, which had a higher parking requirement. And so there's 47 spaces on the site and 32 are required for the proposed use. They're proposing an overhead door on the east side of the building, which would eliminate 4 or 5 of those extra parking spaces. And this would be to bring in boats for storage and service into the building. This is a floor plan of the proposed changes to the area. which would include a service area, parts department, repair and office, and showroom space. The property owners within 350 feet were notified of the special use permit request, and we have not received any questions or complaints for the proposal. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval at their September 8th Planning Commission meeting. Approval of a special use permit requires 6 of 7 council members. And with that, staff can answer any questions. The applicant is also here if you have any questions for them.
Great, thank you, Justin. Councilmember House.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I think this is a great use for this building, but one of the main questions I have is, will that fencing go throughout the front of the building as well to block out the scenery of it?
It will go to the front, so you won't
Okay.
see it in front of, when you pull in, you might see it, where the.
Right, okay.
Otherwise, if you're driving by, you won't see it. By the way, Mayor and Council, Mike Tyson is my name, and this is Melissa Dorothy. And she's my business partner, so we're 50/50 owners. So we've worked together for 20 years. We both started at the bottom. She started as a receptionist, and I started as a car washer in the car business. And moved on to boat sales now. And I do want to say is that this city and what I just heard there, and what I've seen, is you'll see my family back here, my nieces and nephews, that's your sister. It reminds me of what we do and what we came from, and what we've done as far as at the dealership that we worked at and what we built. So it makes I'm like tingly because it feels like it's home. And like the values in which you guys believe in, what we believe in, what we look to do with running our dealerships and promoting the community, but also promoting the people in the community. So you'll have our support on all of that, I promise you that.
We're grateful that you're wanting to come into the community as well, and with that, I'd like to make a motion to approve this as well.
Thank you, Councilmember House.
Second, Your Honor.
With a second by Councilmember Liefeld. Additional questions, council? All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. And that motion prevails. Good luck. Welcome. Thank you. Council, any announcements? Anything? Okay. All right. No, I have some, or a couple. Tuesday, September 16th is Comedy in the Park with Tim Harmston, stand-up comedian, sponsored by Smead Manufacturing Company. Wednesday, September 17th, Storytime in the Park. The theme is Rhythm, a partnership with Pleasant Hill Library. Join us for Paws in the Park for an evening of fun and socializing with fellow dog lovers and their furry companions on Thursday, September 25th, sponsored by Flegel's Lawn, Garden, and Pet Supply. In recognition of National Fire Prevention Week, the Fire and EMS Department Open House is Tuesday, October 7th. Meet the department, learn about fire safety, and see the trucks and equipment. All ages are welcome. A very special happy birthday to Councilmember Angie House tomorrow. Meetings, Tuesday, September 16th, 7 p.m., Heritage Preservation Commission. Wednesday, September 17th, the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting has been canceled. Thursday, September 18th, Public Safety Advisory Commission, 6:30 p.m. Monday, September 22nd, 7 p.m., we have an Operations Committee meeting, and 7 p.m. is a Planning Commission meeting. Monday, September 29th, 7 p.m., Parks and Recreation Committee. Monday, October 6th, City Council meeting. With that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Your Honor.
Councilmember Liefeld, and a second with Pemble. No discussion. All those in favor of the motion state by saying aye. Aye. Opposed to that motion state by saying nay. We are adjourned.
Hey, by the way, my birthday